Listen
3000.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
Back again. It's Listen 3000.
What's up?
And this is a very special episode today. You know what I mean? We're here to talk Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes.
We just seen the film a couple days ago.
Yep.
And we about to share our thoughts. And just a warning, this is not spoiler free. This is a spoiler warning right now.
Getting into it.
We
Everybody dies.
That's
just kidding. Just kidding.
No, but if you didn't see the movie yet and you care about spoilers, I suggest you click off of this
right
and
now.
Turn your phone off or whatever.
Come right back when you see it, though.
Then come back.
Come right
you know what I mean? Because you're gonna enjoy this. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Because
yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. But no.
Let's do it.
So yeah, Thor Love and Thunder. We seen it a couple days ago.
Yep.
You want to give let's do like a
gist
short
of the
summary.
story, right?
Yeah. So Thor Love and Thunder.
He's trying to do the accent.
So. No, that's facts.
Yeah.
We find Thor again
with the Guardians
of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. He's still trying to find himself as a human being.
Yes.
As we all are in this world.
Oh,
you know.
I didn't know we was getting ZENN in this podcast. ZENN.
Yeah, that is my name.
That's when you applaud.
Oh, applaud. My bad.
I need to know which one too.
Okay.
It's yellow.
Yes, yellow is applaud.
Okay, good to know.
There we go.
This is gonna come in handy. Yes. But bet, yes.
So yeah, Thor's trying to find himself in the universe. He's with the Guardians. He's going through some stuff, and then what happens after that? I know. Then, it starts with him and the Guardians. They're on the planet.
Yeah. Then they let you know what's going on with Jane.
Yes.
Right. Jane has cancer.
Yes. Stage 4 cancer, which is very bad.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the worst, right? Or
yeah. It is the worst.
It's the worst, right? Yeah. She's going through chemo. They show what's her friend's name?
Darcy.
Darcy.
I love her.
Darcy. Yeah, I love Darcy.
She's
too.
awesome.
They showed Darcy and they showed, I think his name is Eric something. The doctor.
Yeah.
That was in the other Thor movies with Jane.
Yep.
It was just cool, small cameo. But yeah, they're supporting her through her hard times. Then it goes back to what's going on in New Ragnarok?
New Asgard.
Sorry.
Yes.
New Ragnarok, Jesus. But yeah, New Asgard. Valkyrie's now King Valkyrie.
Yes.
Meek is even doing something
He's
in the...
like a assistant to her, I guess. He writes stuff
or
on
she.
the board.
I don't know what Meek is.
Okay.
And
we don't want to mispronoun people.
No, not at all. Not at all. But with that being said, I don't even know what creature Meek is. Like, I don't know what Meek is.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that and figure that out. But yeah, they're at New Asgard. We also super off how it started because the movie actually
starts with Gore.
With Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is Gore.
It's a very sad scene. His daughter is basically on the verge of death. She dies. And then he finds, he kind of gets leaded into
where
this
the god
new
that
island.
They follow. Yeah, in the desert.
Yes, and he sees a god that they follow. And he's basically asking for help.
Yeah, he's like, yo, at the end of my journey, my daughter died. Everybody's gone. What is the eternal promise? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm ready here. I'm here for you. Whatever. And the guy basically laughs in his face.
Calls him a dog.
Yeah.
Literally calls him a dog.
Yeah.
And then the sword. Can you name the sword again?
The all black necro sword.
The all black necro sword is there. It basically calls out to Gore, and Gore kills the god. From that point on, that's when the movie starts, and it's everything we said. I'm trying to get to the other just bullet points so we can get our opinions.
Oh, okay.
But basically throughout the movie, they don't show it too much, but Gore
is going around the galaxy.
It's being told
gods.
he's going around killing gods. Thor, King Valkyrie, and Korg are trying to find a way to bring a team together, so that they can defeat Gore.
Yeah,
because
Loki attacked New Asgard.
Yes,
he attacked New Asgard. And he stole a bunch of children.
Oh, wait, but no, that's way after.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
because Jane comes to New Asgard, and because of
an enchantment.
An enchantment that they
Thor.
Say this later in the movie.
But
Thor put an enchantment
Spoilers.
on Millionaire.
I'm
not going to do it. I keep calling him a damn millionaire.
Millionaire.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
The hammer. And it basically calls out to Jane. Jane becomes Thor, like the Almighty Thor, right? Or the Mighty Thor?
The Mighty Thor.
Yes. And, she starts to fight with them, basically.
Yeah. And then that's where Thor finds out that she's also has Millionaire, and she's also Thor now.
He's also very jealous.
And
he's
surprised and shocked.
Of the hammer.
It's the first time he's seen her in 8 years, he said.
It's a lot he's going through.
It's it's a lot.
And his hammer's not with him anymore. It's a whole thing. But, that leads to them wanting to make a team. They go to, I do not remember the name of the place. We can find out if not. It's okay.
I know the name, but it's just
place.
I can't
Yeah.
pronounce it. It's
almost
like
Olympus-like.
Right. It's kind of Olympus-like. Yeah.
Yeah. The Migos would kill whatever word this is.
Metropolis.
Exactly. We need that in the board too. But yeah, they go to this place. They try to get Zeus. Sorry. And Zeus is not having it. He is a cocky a-hole. Excuse my French. And they basically they fight.
Yeah.
And they kill Zeus, or Thor kills Zeus with his lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, from that point on, they steal. Don't they steal something? Oh yeah, they steal the lightning bolt, and they go on their way. Also, we are forgetting a very huge part. There are laughing or screaming goats. That Thor was gifted. From the beginning of the movie, and they are like just
hilarious.
A lot. I don't even know how to explain it because all they do is scream. But when you hear it, you'll know what I'm saying. Yeah, from that point on, they go to try to rescue the kids that were stolen by Gore.
Yeah, the kids. So when Gore attacked New Asgard, he stole a bunch of Asgardian kids. One of them includes Heimdall's son, Astrid, who wants to be known as Axel because he loves Guns N' Roses and he loves Axl Rose. So
that was fun. Cool. That part was cool. And that kid was really good who played Heimdall's son.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have to go to the Shadow Realm where Gore is like the man because it's like his whole it's based on the sword, right? Yeah. And whoa, when you see that scene visually, it's nuts. Like no one, regardless of their opinion, can say anything about that scene because it just looks crazy. Anyway, they fight. It seems like the kill King Valkyrie doesn't happen, but the injuries are bad. And same with Jane, right? Or Jane keeps getting injured more so because
of the cancer. Yeah,
so her cancer gets worse every time she uses the hammer.
Yeah. So
every time she stops using the hammer for a second, she's like basically on the verge of death. She does. No, I guess we won't get there yet. But yeah, Thor and her have a conversation where he's like, "Yo, you cannot come when I get these kids," because they lose the fight basically, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna obviously fight again so they can get the kids. He's like, "You're not coming out again. You are going to die." She does not listen to him for love and her life. And
he's like, "Yo, like and she agreed at first, but I guess they're so connected.
She
that
knew.
even the hammer was like knew Thor was losing, so it was like, yo, you gotta pull up.
You gotta pull up. Yeah. Yep. And then she pulls up. The way that they win this fight though, when they do fight with the kids, is pretty crazy. We'll talk about that, our opinions on it. Yeah. But they have a big fight where Thor basically gives them the power, all the kids the power of Thor. Yeah. Because they're Asgardians, they can do that. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. So they all are basically little Thors, and they kill Gore.
They kill Gore's minions,
right? And Thor kills Gore, right?
No, Gore was about to beat him. Then Mighty Thor comes, Jane comes, and then she's the one that kind of not kills him, but she destroys the sword,
right?
And because the destroyer was corrupting him,
then it's over.
Exactly. So they go through eternity, which is where this was at, and Gore was trying to get to eternity. The entire movie to get his wish to kill all the gods.
Yes, that's why he was going there,
right? Mm-hmm. And in that moment, he has like a come to God moment, like, yo. Thor tells him, like, bruh, like, we're doing this for love, da da da. Right. So instead of killing all the gods, he brings back his daughter, which now Thor is the guardian of.
Yes. And she calls him Uncle Thor.
Yes.
And that's why the movie is called Love and Thunder, because she is love and he is thunder, which I thought was really dope, but we'll get into that too. Yeah. But yeah, that scene is actually very dope how they visually and portrayed the whole thing.
No, for sure.
But yeah, Gore dies, Jane dies. Then that's the end of the movie, right?
Basically, yes.
They just show Thor with him being a guardian of her.
Yeah,
right.
And then, his people training. Valkyrie, she wasn't happy being king, per se. So she just wanted some more things to do. So she started training the kids to fight. And then you seen, like, Heimdall's son fighting, learning from Lady Sif, who was also in the movie.
It's also nice how they do the kid part when she trains them, because they're in the whole scene when Thor gives them the power. Yeah. He's like, do you guys know how to fight? And they're like, no, like, y'all don't do that. Y'all train us. So it's cool how they like bring that back. But yeah, basically the movie's over, and then you have the after credits, the post credit scenes, right? First post credit scene is pretty crazy. You see Zeus is not dead.
Nope.
He just has a hole in his entire chest.
Yeah. And he got they call them the Zeusettes, the shorties that he keep with him. And they were like, you know,
Rubbing him
consoling him, helping him
I don't
recuperate.
like how Zen saying this like Birdman. He's like, you know how they do my brother. You know how he be getting down. You know what he do. You know?
He recuperating, you know.
Yeah, he was they were getting him back together,
helping him heal.
and he's basically mad, saying how basically Gore and Thor like messed up how people look at gods.
Yeah, well,
So
really
he's
the
like,
superheroes, because he was like, yo, they look up and they, instead of praying to us, they looking for superheroes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that is
Yeah,
that specific.
yep, mhm.
So I guess he's trying to get the gods to go around and kill superheroes is a new thing, I'm assuming.
Or at least Hercules, because that's who they introduced in this. in
Well,
this
yeah, I was
scene.
going to say that. But yeah, that's just the thing that he wants him to.
So it
wants.
seems like it's going to be a war against the gods and the superheroes, low key.
Yeah, which is actually pretty cool.
Thor
But
movie.
yeah, if it's the next Thor, maybe that's a secret war. So you don't really know.
No, we don't
where
know
we'll
when
see
we'll
it.
see him next.
But
yeah.
also, just to say, the person that plays Hercules is, I do not know his name.
Brett Goldstein.
There we go. Thank you for knowing. Yes, and he's from Ted Lasso. If you guys know, watch that show. Great show.
Good
We
show.
should do that.
I've seen a few. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like when the new season comes, maybe we should
Yeah, talk
get
about
Ted
it.
Lasso. And it's a
Yeah.
great show. But yeah, if you guys know him, he's a great actor. That should be really, really dope. He looks dope as Hercules. Is exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Then they have another post-credit scene where it is the whole movie. They keep talking about Valhalla. It's basically where people go, like the great people go when they die, right?
Yes.
From Asgard or from
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Jane is in Valhalla because she died, and then they show Heimdall. Idris Elba's back as Heimdall, and yeah, he basically greets her that she's in Valhalla, and that's basically the scene, right?
That's it.
And then they say Thor will return, but that scene teases that they can
Eventually come back.
come back. Yeah, maybe not even just Jane, maybe also Heimdall, but
Yeah.
we'll get into that later.
Even Loki, because he know he's there.
Oh
Loki
my God, the
died-
regular
Loki, the
Loki.
original Loki.
Yeah,
he
I'm
died
talking
a
about
warrior's
regular.
death, so he's going to be in Valhalla.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's some shit. Right
But yeah, before we get into all of that,
Opinion
we're going to
time.
give our opinions on
Okay.
the film and what we rate it. So, Cesar.
Oh, dun dun dun. I'm the
Oh, I think
better.
I got that.
I'm
Let me
the
see,
good.
what's that?
There we go. Not
that
all right. We gonna need that later though. All right, so we're just gonna get into that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I honestly thought the movie was really good. Personally,
Some things you like. Some
yeah, some things I like, some things I didn't like as much. Nothing I hated at all. Like nothing made me like, oh man, I'm mad they did this or didn't do this that much. The only thing I would say, yeah, it would be cool to see at least one more scene or something of Gore actually going around and killing the gods. But it didn't affect me enough to make me be like, damn, that ruined something for me personally. But yeah, that was probably my only dislike. Some people were complaining about the length of the movie, like just being so short. I think that they did great with what they had, like, because it was a very simple story. It was a good story. It was simple though, and they just, I don't know, I just thought they hit the marks well. And if we're comparing it to Ragnarok, I think they did more with less. Ragnarok had a lot of things to it, like Hulk being a part of it, Valkyrie being introduced, a bunch of new characters like the Grand Wizard, right? Grandmaster.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of things going on in a new planet. It was a lot of stuff that made that movie what it was, why it was fire. But also, I think this is as fire, if not, I don't know if I can say more. Maybe I would have to see it again, just because of how much is in Ragnarok. But if we are comparing, it definitely did more with less. Yeah. And I thought that the part with the kids was fire. This guy, I don't think he likes it, but we'll get into that. But yeah, I thought a lot of things were almost exactly what I thought it would be, but they exceeded it a bit, just the way they did certain things.
Okay.
Even down to the point where I was like, I heard Hercules might be here, and the way they made it make sense, it was
Yeah.
dope. Like
And
they killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just on a performance level, Christian Bale spazzed. We already knew that, but like he spazzed. Who else? Everyone did really well. Jane spazzed too. Like Natalie Portman, she went crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. My rating, if I'm gonna put an end all to it, is probably an 8.5.
Okay. Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
right,
Out of
okay.
10.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
made sense. It.
Right.
Now, if we had the dun dun
We'll
dun, next
get
time.
that. We'll get that.
Yeah. No, but here we go.
All right. So, I like the movie. It's a great movie. My issues with the John,
real quick before you even go into
okay,
is it great? Because you told me when we first saw it that it.
It's good, great.
Tell me.
It's great.
It's good, great, good. That sounds double. That sounds better than you would probably think it is.
No. But I'm gonna get into it. But
okay.
The movie was good. I had a really fun time. It's a fun movie. I can't wait till it gets on Disney Plus so we can watch that joint again.
Yeah, super facts.
My only issue, because I'll start out with my issues with it first before I get into the things I liked. My only issues with it, and I low-key feel like this is becoming a Marvel issue. I feel like they didn't have enough time to do everything that they could have and should have did, especially now learning about the things that got cut. It's looking like a Marvel problem because we had some of the same issues with Doctor Strange as far as things that got left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah,
that could have made the movie even better than it was. You know.
I agree.
I just feel like the gore thing as well. Christian Bale is such a phenomenal actor. It felt like he was a little wasted, personally, because like he did such a great job. He did a great job with what they gave him to do, and I just felt like I wish we would have got more of that because I feel like it was a little understated in the film on why he was the God Butcher. Like he literally is called the God Butcher. People are afraid of him, but we kind of don't really see why. Like it's all like hearsay. Even in the movie, it's like even when Thor confronted Zeus and he talked to him about it, and he was like, Zeus got close to him, you know, so everybody couldn't hear. He's like, "Yo, I am afraid. I'm scared, but he can't come here." Whatever, you know what I mean, and whatever. And even when he was with the Guardians and they were able to see a lot of the things that were happening in the galaxy, distress calls, and a lot of dead gods, you know what I mean, that you could see. We just never seen him kill any god. Like he literally killed one. True. And in the beginning of the film when he first got the sword. So I just felt like that was something that we should have been able to see more of. It would have. I think it would have just added more emphasis on who he was and the magnitude of that character.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Other than that, it is combining, like, the movie itself is combining two different storylines, the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, and the Gore the God Butcher storylines. Yep. I just felt like maybe they kind of bit off a little bit more they can chew, combining those things together. Right. Because they both carry so much with them, you know what I mean? And the movie only has so much time to give everybody their just due and get the story completed. Yeah. You know what I mean? So within that, I feel like they did have they had to compromise somewhere, and I felt like Gore's story was compromised than Jane's. Exactly.
I agree with that too.
And that kind of leads me to my score would be 7.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? But it's not a hate against the movie. It's not like I hate the movie. I don't hate the movie at all. I feel like it's a great movie.
Question:
it's a
What
fun
did you
time.
have, Doctor Strange? Because I'm not getting into. I will wait.
I don't really remember.
What the hell kind of answer is that? You are a Marvel podcaster. Give me one on the fly. What was your Doctor? You seen it 3 times?
Yeah.
What was your Doctor Strange rating? Yeah. What are you talking about? I don't care. Say it right now. Think about it.
Okay.
You seen it too much for that.
I'll give it a 7 too.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is a whole new conversation. Yeah. He's never said anything like that.
What would you give it though? Because I know you had an issue
probably
with the
a 7. To be honest, very honest, 7.5 or 8, and I still feel
for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just shocked that you're saying
when I give
7.
it. See, my 7 don't mean like people look at my 7 and be like,
your ratings are weird. You almost got to give a.
But I don't mean it that. I don't mean it in a bad way. Like
7's a 70%. That's satisfactory.
From a 7 and up. That's a rewatchability to me. That I look at movies in that way. Like I need to. Is the movie good enough for me to rewatch it a bunch of times?
I agree. I didn't know that 7 for you would be rewatchable though.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything but like low key, anything from 5 below, I'm not probably going to rewatch that joint. I'll rewatch a 6 depending on how I felt at the end of it.
Wow. Okay. This is very interesting.
I might not rewatch it as much as a 7 and up, but I'll watch a 6 again if it's you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't make sense.
But
yeah, keep going.
To get to the things that I did love about the movie, this is Taika Waititi at his extreme.
Oh yeah,
he doubled down on this joint. You feel me? Like if you like Ragnarok, he was like they let the chains off and he went crazy. You feel me? So like you either love it or hate it because a lot of people seem to have issues with the comedy in the film. I had a great time with that.
Me too.
I love when the Marvel films do comedy because they do it really well.
Yeah, they do.
When
it makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What else did I love about the movie? Visually, it was crazy. Visually, they did their thing, especially the black and white scene when they fought Gore. Yeah. Very cool visuals.
We're going to get into it because I'm not responding yet, but people have been saying things how they don't think it visually looked good at times. And I'm like, y'all got stuff.
Nah, like certain movies in the Marvel genre, they really go crazy with the visual. I feel like they don't always get their
just do.
with some of the visual things that they do. Like especially the first Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, like
crazy,
what,
bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thor Love and Thunder is a very good time. Very interesting things that they set forth for the MCU coming up. So it was a good movie. You know.
Applaud yourself. Where's the claps? That was good, man.
Yeah.
If you heard what he said when he first saw it, it was not the same energy.
I just needed some time to get my thoughts together and articulate myself. You know what I mean? So like that's what we do. This is 2000.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. So now that I guess we'll discuss it together. I agree with actually everything you said. Now, it didn't take away as much from me as it did for you. I think though, certain things like I agree that Jane got more than what Gore did story wise. Again, Christian Bale's such a good actor. Now, like, will I say that it would have been better if there was a lot more of Gore? Yeah, like, hell yeah. Like, it's not even a debate, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is. The movie was one of the shortest Marvel movies. Doesn't hurt me, personally, but, like, the length, but specifically. But, again, Christian Bale's just so good. I got my fill. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, cool. Like, I already know that you're killing gods because we saw it. Like, yeah, they didn't give us the whole thing, but like we got enough to where I'm like, all right, I get it. We here, boom, 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 boom.
See, my only thing is like learning more about a lot of these Marvel movies and what got left on the cutting room floor.
That is it. Yeah,
it's starting to affect how I feel about them because
they got to stop letting that leak out, low
bro.
key.
It's like
it's bad.
It's crazy to me, and we're definitely gonna get into this in another episode of the pod. But just to touch on this subject, it's like, bro, the more we hear about like Doctor Strange and now Thor, it's like they're going there, but then when they put it out, they pulling stuff back. It's like, why are you holding back so much? Why what's the, you know what I mean? Like, I'm curious.
I do wonder for this movie. For Doctor Strange, it actually didn't make sense, but their reasoning made more sense than. We don't have a reasoning for Thor yet. Like, they didn't said anything.
I mean, but, some of the things, I think the things that they did take out, like,
it was God things.
Yeah,
it was
like
them getting killed. Mostly.
Yeah, like not Gore, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
He said in an interview that some of the best things that he liked about the movie were taken from, like, were cut, and some of the things he went in, he was just saying how some of the things that they took out, some of the things, if they would have left those things in, it wouldn't have been a family friendly movie. And I thought that was very interesting.
And I do think maybe that is our reasoning. Because, not even just for Taiki, but because that's not really his. Like, he would do something like that.
I mean,
right?
apparently a lot of it was filmed, so they did go there.
Right.
They just didn't.
So maybe Marvel was just like, we trying to make more money off of this than we would lose if we went really, really dark. Because it actually wasn't dark to me. It literally was, like, visually at times when you know.
And just knowing more about Gore as a character, it just sucks because it's like they kind of nerfed him a little bit, and it's just like, see, I mean, I get it. Like I said before, they had a lot to do in this movie. They had to give you Jane's story,
you're right,
and they had to do that justice. Like, Jane, she's a character we all know.
I do think
they can't just cut her off like that. You feel me? So they had to compromise. I get it.
Right.
It is what it is.
I do think though that they got the bulk of what you needed to get from the Gore storyline. Now, if they gave in more details of things, would we have cared more about his character? Yes, but that's any
character.
Yeah, like that's always the case. But I do agree they held back a little bit so that it wasn't just a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like the movie probably would have benefited from an extra 30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
maybe just a scene, one more guy getting killed, and like,
because like some of the
that's
stuff
my only thing. Is it just Gore? Or is it like
the other Jones that they took out were
I know Lena
Gold, her
the woman who plays
Jeffrey Goldblum's character, the Collector,
and
not the Collector, you know what I'm talking about, the one
the
from Ragnarok, the Grandmaster. He was in it,
and Peter Dinklage
was in it.
He was going to get killed, and so was Grandmaster.
That's why they took those out.
Oh, so
Marvel wanted to keep them alive.
That's a different thing. That's actually is different. Because those were the only gods that we actually missed getting killed, right?
Well, they're not really gods, so.
He is.
Which one?
Grandmaster, I thought.
Is he? Okay.
He at least a god on that planet.
Okay.
They look at him as a god. Like, you know what I mean?
Maybe he's just
I don't know if he is one or not. Well, actually, bro, I'm not sure because the Collector, him and brothers. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
This actually gets deep because I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
I think he's just in power.
True. Then why would that matter about the God thing?
I don't know.
Because
maybe he was just killing
I actually
people.
heard
I
this.
don't know.
Right.
Maybe they were.
Right.
I don't know, bro.
Maybe
we'll never know because unless we see those
they would have to
scenes,
say it.
they would have to put it in the joint.
And I did hear that Lena at first, she was supposed to play the sister of Thor.
Yeah.
Which is now not. Obviously didn't go about that. And then apparently she later, when they were working on the movie, was told that they switched it to her just being another Valkyrie.
Okay.
So I'm like, that is kind of weak with how high of an actress she is.
Yeah. And even apparently like the references to Captain Marvel and Valkyrie dating and things like that. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. They got taken out, right?
Taken out, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna keep going with that.
I do think they will. I don't know when they're gonna do it.
If anywhere, it'll probably be the Marvels. If they do that, you know what I mean?
Huh? Do we hear Valkyrie might be in there?
I haven't heard that, but it all could be a reference.
It could,
or they could do like a call or something like that. She'll call her.
That's a good point.
But I always thought Captain Marvel. I don't know. I guess got the vibes from I don't know, what was it? Endgame? Or that her and Rhodey had something going on. I don't know.
Her and Rhodey?
Yeah.
Where in the hell? You ain't never said this before in your
life. You never heard that?
You're not the only one?
Maybe.
There's more of you that say this? Who was out here going, hey, yo, you seen the way that Captain Marvel was looking at Rhodey? Niggas ain't this.
I don't know. I think it was like he had like remember they had the call. It wasn't Endgame.
No, I actually know what you're talking. The scene, but what chemistry?
And
what the hell did you see?
Before they got off the call, they two was left, and he was like, "Yo, if you need anything or something like, some extra spice."
ZENN is about to start a whole new hot take. All right, Nat, we got to make a TikTok about this. Congratulations! You deserve that. Because what? Yo, I actually think this is hilarious. Was it eyes? Was it the way he said it?
I don't know. I don't know.
ZENN out here.
It was a video I watched. It was like
someone broke this down.
They just mentioned it in a breakdown of Endgame.
We've got to end this. Who did that?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to get receipts. No, there's no.
But then I'm also
say that.
No, but then I also heard they're trying to put Valkyrie and Hercules together. I don't know because apparently it happened in the comics. I don't know, man.
Y'all, they going no. They're trying to if we're going to get if I'm seriously answering, they're not going to do that because they're definitely trying to like push certain like they're trying to push representation in a great way. No, so you know that they're definitely going to get because that's a power couple in Marvel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Nah,
to
have two women,
Marvel,
that'd be nuts.
And they crazy like they're two dope characters, and Captain Marvel's like super strong. Yeah, Valkyrie is super big in what she does, so it's like power wise. So I don't know. I feel like they are definitely going to go about that. I remember originally the only thing I heard with anyone else was that at first they were going to try to like tease a love triangle with them and Thor. I'm like, they're not about to do this.
Nah, I don't even make sense. See that happen.
It was because it was a reference, and that kind of made sense. It was like, there was something that was taken out of a movie. It was a while ago. It was like Endgame or something, and Thor was supposed to, yeah. Remember the end? What ending of a movie was Thor, and they showed King her as King Valkyrie about to run Ragnarok. Is that Ragnarok?
It might be Endgame.
Is Endgame?
It might be Endgame.
Whichever one that is.
It might be Endgame.
There's a scene where they talk to each other and he's like, yo, you're king of
it's Endgame. It's Endgame. Because it's when he left and go with the Guardians.
There was a scene that got taken out. It's like a deleted scene where he actually mentioned he flirts with her. Oh, okay. And then they were going to actually tease that into the Captain Marvel. And that's where the rumors came from. And I'm like, they about to go full Captain Marvel.
Okay.
We just got to.
Because, I mean, I could see
either or.
Her being free. You feel me? Like messing with anybody. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. Like, especially with her character. No, 100%.
Yeah, like she can not putting a label on it. You know what I mean?
No. Like if we're already, I get what you're saying, but
I feel like if they do that, they're probably going to do the Captain Marvel thing first, and then you know what I mean? Like
that's what I thought. Like we getting that power couple though. They not doing that. Yeah, that's a whole movie.
Yeah, no, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Honestly, they gonna do that probably too with the Young Avengers.
Oh yeah,
like with the two Hulkling and Billy. Yeah, like they should do this. It helps a lot.
No, sure.
With a lot of things. But anyway, yeah, man. People hate this movie way more than we ever would because I'm not even disappointed. I just, it's
some of the criticism I do understand.
I get where it
but
comes
they
from.
weren't
They going
criticisms
crazy though.
that I would agree with.
Right.
But I get it.
Where it comes
You feel
from.
me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so,
But again, it's people just mad right now because it's also like, what do y'all expect? Y'all saw Ragnarok like I did, and we all love it, right? But what were we trying to think that was like elevating that? Like, were y'all expecting the end game of Thor? Like, you know what I mean? To an extent, it's just like I feel like the expectations be so high, and that's where the hate comes from.
Right.
Everybody is literally expecting Endgame again or Infinity War again, and it's like, bro, do y'all remember how these original solo movies are? Ragnarok, I get is high, but you can't even. No one can come and tell me that Ragnarok is this and this one is this much lower.
Right.
Like, it's not a huge difference. If you want to say one is better than the other, cool. That's your opinion. But, like, the amount of how much... Some people being like, Ragnarok smokes this movie. I'm like, all right.
It's not that
Right.
much off, but
That's
they
all
did
I'm
lean
saying.
into certain things
100%.
that Ragnarok didn't.
I'll give all that.
Yeah,
I'll give all that up. That's fair.
Like I said, Taika was
Right.
Taika in this joint.
But it's close. It's not a far difference of the type of movie it is at all. It's like the same type of movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I just don't get where people were thinking it was gonna go.
Right.
Like that way. If it's just like certain, we got less and this and that, cool. I understand. But like otherwise, y'all wanted Thor to like, y'all wanted Beta Ray Bill.
I did.
Y'all wanted,
I do.
and I feel it. We gonna get him. We gonna get him. So just, you know what I mean? Like, not you. Like they like people just wanted a bunch of things. I know. I've seen somebody say Loki was supposed to be in there. Why the hell was Loki supposed to be in there?
I'm glad he wasn't in this.
Me too. Like,
because Loki's on a different journey right now.
That's my whole point. Like, do Thor even know that version of him is alive?
Nope.
Like, get out of here.
Nope.
Like, y'all just trying to do things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I thought the movie was great. I can't wait to see it again. And now we are going to talk to some friends, and see what they think about the movie and discuss.
So let me see.
Who we got first?
The first call. Then we're going to talk to Jamir, aka J Smooth. He was the winner of our Thor Love and Thunder ticket giveaway. He went to see the movie with us, and so we're going to give him a call, get his thoughts on the film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Look at us evolving the pod.
See if he picks up. Yo.
Hello?
Yo, Jamir, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're live on Listen 3000 right now, man.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Shout out to Listen 3000.
Yeah.
Best podcast on earth.
Yo, thank you,
Appreciate
man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you seen Thor Love and Thunder with us. You know what I mean? So we got done giving our thoughts on it. We'll just give you a little preface. I gave it a 7. I went up on my score. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yep. Oh, I gave it an 8, right?
Yeah.
8.5. Sorry,
Yeah.
I gave it 8.5.
So how did you feel about that, John, bro?
In my opinion, and to see, like, going in, because, you know, we all love comics and stuff. I wasn't really, like, a Thor fan.
Got it.
Like, even throughout his trilogy. Like, I thought it was cool, but, like, I'm not really, like, a Greek mythology kind of dude.
Got it.
But this one, I got to give it a 9 out of 10, to be honest.
Wow.
Okay,
I like that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk heavy. Yeah, no, break that down for us.
I would say, I give it that score because it seems like Marvel realized where to actually go with Thor's character development, like how to take the tone of his different movies.
Okay.
And he's more of a serious character because, you know, he's a god and he was also king of Asgard at one point. So he has more of responsibility over like an entire group of people, over their entire civilization, more responsibility than a lot of the other Avengers.
That's true.
So I feel like his genre, like, what would you call that? Like a little bit more fantasy.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more out there, I feel like, for most people, myself included. Because I'm more of a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Iron Man kind of dude.
I already get you. Yeah.
This one, I feel like they well balanced his character development throughout the movie. Nobody felt rushed.
I agree.
Nothing felt like it came and went too soon, if that makes any sense, as far as like action. All the exposition felt in place. Everything just felt like I really don't have any complaints for this movie, to be honest.
Wow.
Right. That's awesome.
No, that's a great
I'm glad
take.
you liked it so much.
Yeah, especially because I haven't heard a lot of people say specifically, not even about the rating, the not having complaints really. Like, is there anything at all that you might be like, even if it's like a nitpicky thing, or this is like solid?
Yeah, it would be like a little bit nitpicky. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 because it like didn't have me like on the edge of my seat like the entire time. But it's not like I kept my expectations low going into the Thor movie. I just kept myself open.
Good point.
Let me think. Being nitpicky, I would probably say just seeing a little bit more of Gore the God Butcher actually butchering gods.
Right.
Because I believe we only saw that like maybe twice.
Once.
He definitely felt menacing. He felt like a real threat. His presence was definitely felt throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see him kill a little bit more.
Now, honestly, bro, you said exactly the way I said it. It didn't take away anything. He was so good acting wise that it didn't take away from me not seeing it. But I would appreciate it a little more if he did. I agree.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Like, because they did it the way they did, while watching the movie, I didn't even notice.
No,
I had
me
to,
too.
like, actively think about it after I watched it. Yeah.
Bro, that's a great point. Yeah. When ZENN said they didn't show the gods get killed, I was like, oh, you're actually right. I can't even take away from that. But I didn't think about it. Right. Yeah, like I really was just like, damn, he did that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Especially during Phase 4 where people love to poke holes in a lot of Marvel's plot.
That's a great point.
This one felt pretty clean, to be honest, from beginning to end. It didn't feel like anything was too big of a too big of a cliffhanger, just like a lost thread that they just like didn't address,
like a filler, or anything.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, it was kind of like perfectly placed, everything.
Nah, sure.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Sure, yeah.
All right, one last question. Do you think where do you put this in your Phase 4
rankings?
Yeah, movies or shows? If you had to throw them all on the list.
Yeah. I know you might not have them all out now, but like, is it a higher ranking? Would you rank this lower?
Right. Is it in your top 5? Yeah. Is it in your top 3?
Gotcha. Yeah. This might surprise y'all, because I'm not a Thor fan. To full disclosure, I'm definitely 100% a Spider-Man fanboy.
Okay.
So for that only, like, from my personal list, I would put Spider-Man No Way Home and then Thor. But objectively,
Thor's 2. Woo.
Yeah. Especially
I love that.
Coming from somebody who doesn't really like Thor like that. Like I really didn't know too much about his lore going in, and like I have very minimal education of Thor's background and his capabilities. But objectively speaking, I might even, if I were to like actually grade these movies, like if I was a film critic, I might put Thor in front of Spider-Man.
Whoa, hey, you getting? Don't hold your horses.
I know. That's a crazy statement to make.
I think something happened to my heart. You said that for a second.
I'm always gonna watch Spider-Man before anything else.
Right. Wow, that's a very specific. That's a high-key hot take.
Yeah.
People. Hopefully, you don't get no fan mail. They're gonna start coming at you. I got your back though, because I respect that opinion.
No, for sure.
It definitely all made sense. For sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, man. But
man, it was definitely a pleasure. Appreciate y'all having me on there.
Of course, bro.
Man.
Of course. You gotta come, man. We're gonna do it again. We planning to do a lot of, every time the Marvel Jones drop, we all go see it together. So next time we'll plan it all together. You come.
There you go. Slide on in.
Everything. Yeah.
Word. I'm down.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about? Oh wait, is this a proper space for me to be asking y'all questions? I only got one.
I mean,
go for
ahead.
it. Yeah. What you mean?
We're here.
All right, cool. What are y'all thoughts on the next Black Panther?
Ooh,
I don't have
let's
any
do that real quick. I like it.
What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, ZENN, because ZENN gonna make you mad if you're excited like me.
I don't.
You hear the tone? Y'all hear it.
I mean, we gonna see it. Of course, we're here. We're gonna support it.
ZENN's racist. You should put it on the subtitles. ZENN's racist.
No. Nah, man. I'm just curious to see where they take it. It's a lot of things that's supposed to be in the movie that I'm excited to see, like Namor, and allegedly Dr. Doom is going to be a cameo appearance. So
Ironheart is confirmed.
Ironheart as well. So like, it's a lot of good pieces in the joint. I'm just really interested to see how they handle T'Challa's passing and what that means for Wakanda, what that means for the Black Panther mantle. And that's the part I'm worried about, because I know, like, once they do that, you can't go back on it. You know what I mean? Whatever decision that they make. So I'm just interested to see. I'm hoping that it's done in a tasteful way, and it's done that everybody can walk out there happily going forward with the Wakanda thing. You know,
No, I'm with you.
You know, the first movie was such a pivotal, important thing, especially for black people. But
it
even
was
in the Marvel way,
cultural event.
Yeah,
exactly.
Honestly, on top of that, in the MCU, it still was too.
Very important.
Yeah, a lot of things happen with that.
Yeah.
So it's just like the second one is maybe even more just because of what the first one set. You know, it's following behind that. So.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll agree with that part. It's a lot of more pressure on it on top of him dying because people are like, we really want a replacement. A lot of more people than not, right? And then other people are just like, yo, y'all gotta like honor him in the best way possible.
Yeah, and
so
I have faith in Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige.
Me too.
So we'll just see how things pans out. It's just, you know, something that we talked about earlier. It seems like to be a Marvel issue. Is a lot of things seem to get cut last minute from the films.
I was starting to scare you now.
Yeah, bro. I'm like you know, we had our hot take that went crazy. Marvel doesn't miss and stuff like that. But not that these are misses. It's just like little things for concern. It's like, what is the hesitation on some of the things that they're not allowing to be put into the films? You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that Black Panther. Concern. Yeah, bro. I'm just hoping that Black Panther doesn't suffer from from those cuts.
That's actually, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
I respect that. The way you went about it, I respect the way you said it. I'm still a little bit on the opposite end just because I actually think that they're going to... I just got a lot of trust in Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige.
Right.
I don't even care who's in the movie. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just trust their vision for it, knowing all the pressure we're talking about.
Right.
Like Ryan Coogler literally knows that the person that was the main character that he had all these plans for is literally... he passed, and what that does to his film. Like, I'm pretty sure in his mind, he's aware of all this.
Right.
He go home every day and work on it.
Right.
You know? So I'm just like, I just got faith. On a filmmaker standpoint, I'm like, he know that there's a lot. Why do you think that if all these people we think are going to be in it, why would they even put them in there? You know what I'm saying? Because they try to build this up to be a certain thing. You giving me Ironheart, still black. It's still kind of to an extent a Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom, Namor. It's a lot of things y'all are mentioning. So it's like, I think they know the pressure. This joint might end up being a 230 piece, at least 210.
I'm hoping, bro, because they've been cutting these
lot
movies
to
down.
it,
So I'm hoping they gotta let them rock, bro. Let them get it off how they need to get it off.
I also think that they might. We even heard an announcement. They might actually take away the name Black Panther though and just call it
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad. It helps the movie a lot, to be honest.
It takes some of that pressure off. It takes some of the pressure off.
Because to be honest, I think a part of that was why, at least me personally, the title changed how I looked at Doctor Strange. Because it really wasn't a multiverse of madness. You know what I mean? Right. So if they just promote things certain ways, it can help how we look at it, though, going in.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited, to be honest. I think it's going to probably be one of them things,
definitely,
to be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah, it definitely seems like an ambitious movie.
Sure.
To say the least.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And I think that's the final movie this year when we get that.
Whoa,
correct?
Right.
It'll be
you're
the
right.
final Marvel movie, movie-wise, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, man, there's a lot of pressure on that thing. I'm hyped.
This is my last thing I'm going to say before we get Jamir off. I'm just interested to see how maybe the reception to Thor could possibly change their approach with editing Black Panther. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially even also Multiverse of Madness, it wasn't, these things aren't like across the board.
Right.
There's a lot of decisiveness and critical opinions on these things.
Yeah, and they see the response.
Yeah, Marvel is good with that. They're good at watching what people think. So I'm just interested to see if that'll affect that. Especially with everybody not loving the Thor movie as well.
To be honest, the good thing about what you just said, if it does affect it, it can only be in a good way.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Because they would try to fix that problem.
Sure.
So hopefully so. Hopefully they do, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all definitely just reminded me of something. Marvel definitely pays attention to their fans, and they know that we have a voice, and they actively listen to it.
Facts.
Whether it's in the movies, but also in the gaming realm, also in the comics. Like, Marvel pays attention to their fans, and that's what I appreciate about them.
True.
And also, but on the opposite side of that, I'm hoping that we don't like get an overload of fan service in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
And that doesn't like oversaturate where actually,
I agree.
Right.
Everything about Wakanda.
Honestly, that's a great point. I don't think they will, though. I feel like they know exactly where it got to be, especially with the Shuri stuff that was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they know.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
But all right, man. Yeah, man. Thank you again, bro. We definitely going to get you on again, and we're definitely we'll let you know the plans for the next movie.
Yep.
And, yeah, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
for
for...
guys. Pleasure
thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right, give it up for Jamir.
Yeah.
All right, see you, man.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you.
See ya.
All right, next, hopefully he's ready. We got Lord Trippy, and we're going to ask him about it too. He said FaceTime audio might be best if you can, not sure. Though.
Okay.
Should I try it that
you're
way?
connected to the Wi-Fi, so that's
Cool.
That should work.
Well, actually, I don't see where that would be a thing. So I'm going to just call.
You could just click FaceTime and then turn the drone off. Turn the camera off. See what happens.
Turn this off?
Yeah.
That's not audio, though. That's just video.
Yeah. The same, I guess. We'll see
I'm
what
going to
happens.
just call him.
Just call him?
Yeah,
All right.
pointless.
Yeah.
What's going on, my guy?
Listen to my guy.
Uh-oh. Wait, it's going
Y'all hear?
Wait, we can hear you now. Hold up.
You in and
Yeah, I'm good. All good.
You like in
Yeah,
and out.
you're in and out, but I can hear you right now, though.
Did you want to try FaceTime to see what happened? Are you,
Yeah, I had tried, and it didn't do audio. It just did, like, the video.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me see.
Yo.
Yo, how we sounding?
Oh, see, wait. So how does this go now?
It's cool.
Way better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Listen 3K, my guys.
I might as well just take it off. I can't see you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all
I was gonna
good.
like put you on the screen and stuff.
Yeah.
But all right, man.
Was good,
Yeah, how
bro.
you going? Everybody give it up for Lord Trippy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, every
Listen
recurring.
3K was good.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You know, we just saw Love and Thunder. I'm assuming you did, right?
Yes, sir.
All
Come
right.
on
So
now.
we would love to hear what you have to say
Yeah.
about this film.
I got a disclaimer for everybody before I even go in.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
I've seen a lot of nonsense on Twitter and all of that. I want to start off by saying the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yes,
is not the comics.
100%. That's a great
It's
point.
not the comics.
That's a
It
great
is
point.
not. It is not J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter books and then one-for-one adaptations in the movies.
These are
That
great
is not
points.
this.
Yep.
The same way Ultimate Spider-Man was not Spectacular Spider-Man,
Right.
was not Amazing Spider-Man. These are different. Like, it's not the comics. So
That's a great
yes,
point.
I mean, it's pulling from, of course. But this is totally different. This is something new,
Yep.
So I see a lot of people with a lot of complaints. Oh, this happened, that happened, because that was in the comics.
Nah.
This is not the comics.
Talk to him. Hold on. Hey.
So I wanted to put that out there before I even really got into the movie.
All right.
Nah, I respect that.
But
people don't treat it like that.
I saw y'all YouTube short when y'all walked out the movie. And Army Zen kind of scared me with that 7 out of 10.
See, I was trying to tell him that he was talking a little crazy.
But after I saw it,
Right.
7.5 out of 10 might be right.
Yeah, that's why I ended up my final
Wow.
score. I
Let's
did
get
wind
into
up
this.
7.5. Yeah,
I
leaning
think
towards 8,
7.5
but we there. Yeah.
because I gotta watch Ragnarok back, right? But I don't know if it was better than Ragnarok just because we knew Jane Foster was going to be in this movie.
That's true.
We had no idea that the Hulk was going to be under the control of the Grandmaster.
That's a good point. That's a good
You feel
point.
me?
That's
and then Hella just seemed, in total scale of things, way more like it seemed like they were way more in dire straits against Hela than they were against Gore first.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right.
You're
right.
So it's close, but I think those two things might still keep Ragnarok above it. But I mean, I'm gonna just start off with my pros.
Okay.
Christian Bale is elite.
Yes.
Elite. Stupid elite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? Give that one up for Christian Bale. Yes.
I think a lot of things that people are gonna not realize. Stormbreaker having the teen angst of adolescent Groot.
Yes.
Because that is Groot's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all
100%.
that pettiness and all of that Stormbreaker was showing through the movie, I think was a lot of Groot's teen angst personality coming through.
Yeah.
You going crazy. I didn't even think about that. That's a really good point. That's a really
I
good
think
point.
a lot of people won't notice that. This scattered Mjolnir, like when she throws,
Oh my
and it
God,
just scatters
bro.
into pieces.
Crazy.
Nah, that joint's
Nah.
tough. And it comes back.
I wanted it again. Like I was like, this looks so hard. Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy.
That
They
was-
added it to
bro.
the Avengers game.
They did?
For her,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
stupid. You know what?
Yeah.
Look at them trying to fix that game. That's a good job.
Right, exactly,
Right.
exactly. I think it's funny you bring up the games because I wanted to mention the two GOATs because I'm playing the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I'm almost done.
No way, they're in the game? The
But
goats?
no, you actually steal a space llama in
It's
Guardians
a
of the
llama.
Galaxy. And it like ruins the Milano rocket gets pissed.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice
It's very
crazy.
similar to that.
Yeah, wow, that's hard.
It's a great. You got to play that game.
I know I don't got the game. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
It's on Game Pass if you got Xbox.
Oh, you like?
comic-
no, I got PlayStation.
I think the comic relief of this movie actually helped it. And
Me
I think
too.
also in Ragnarok, but I think more so in this movie because the themes were so much darker.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, it's actually a pro and a con for me because I think they should have went a little bit more darker. Especially like with more gore because
You might
Christian
wanna
Bale in
tell
the
him
interview
too.
said they actually shot him like cutting off the tribute marker.
on his skin. Yep.
Bro,
That's why he
I
had all
think
those
they should have
scars.
left that in the movie.
No,
They
he
definitely
literally
should've
Zen
left
brought
that.
that up too, bro. You out here podding today. What's going on? You gotta.
I'm gonna listen 3K.
Come on, man. You know what he give it to him again. Give it to him again.
Now.
That's when you need the air horn. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I mean, I think they actually made Jane Foster important. I think it wasn't
did.
just like a side character.
I agree.
Like she was literally the one to say, "Hey, he needs Stormbreaker," and then she chucked that shit as
Yep.
far as fucking possible. Like,
Yeah,
that
she was on her.
all
the
Jane
whole
Foster.
She really was. Yeah. She was Thor for sure. You know.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
was
yeah.
definitely the mighty Thor. Like it wasn't. I like that she wasn't even trying to be called Lady Thor. Like I am the mighty.
Right.
Thor.
Like she's like, you gonna get this name right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, like I said, the most cons that I had was I think they could have went a little bit more in the gore. I personally wanted a little bit more of the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, same.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish a little bit. That didn't hurt me, but it would have been cool if we got a little more.
It would have been cooler. And the last part of my cons was just that the rom-com stuff, I get it, but certain points were like, for lack of a better word, a little bit corny.
Yeah.
I felt it. That's how you felt too.
Yeah.
Y'all like we hate love.
Nah, it's just
I'm
like
I'm playing.
within
No, I agree. I agree to an
we're here to
extent.
see
It's
it.
almost like for me, I expected it was going to go that realm since she was coming back, and even if she came back as Thor or not, like just her being back in it, I knew we were going to get more in that aspect because of Taiki.
A little
You know,
mushy.
so it didn't disappoint me.
You know
at
what
all.
some of that stuff reminded me of? I don't know if y'all ever seen those shorts with Thor and he had like a roommate.
The roommate, John, yeah.
Yes, they were super funny. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
And it just reminded me of that, like the whole thing with him and Jane, just like having Thor living in a regular setting,
Regular
like
space.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's a good
it's
point.
suburban Thor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like
To perspective, Thor is not from Earth.
Exactly.
Which they do really well. I never thought about how
And
they
side
did that
note,
well.
he was in the movie as well. His roommate. He
Yeah.
works in New
Yeah.
Asgard.
I ain't
He's
even
one of the
peeped that.
He's
bro.
a tour guide that was showing a Mjolnir.
No way. See, I got to see it again. You already know that though.
And if you peep where Jane first goes back to Mjolnir, that is literally the point where Hela actually destroyed it.
You ain't.
Yeah.
Never lying,
Yeah,
bro.
sir.
Wow. Oh, they killed
And
that.
again, like I said, I gotta rewatch Ragnarok back, but literally they literally lost Asgard in 3.
They did lose Asgard.
Like,
Yeah.
like I mean, just everything it seemed so
Bigger, yeah.
detrimental in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And this was more personal, but still huge. Like I mean, he was killing the gods.
Nah, that's facts.
And then
that's
also,
facts.
not only with Gore being disappointed in the gods, literally Thor got disappointed by his own god.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed both sides of it, which I thought was dope too. Yeah.
Which I thought was really telling to like the current time now where religion is really falling back in real life, you know? Not our generation isn't really as religious
No, that's
as
true.
the previous generation.
Yeah. For things like that.
Whew.
Wow, that's deep.
They was snapping. They was snapping.
Yeah, they was going
snapping to
crazy.
me.
Yo, you writing for Marvel? You on the
You got chill.
He out here trying to get a
chill.
bag. Okay. All right, bet.
Bruh,
No.
listen, man. Go ahead.
Oh no! I was just about to say super agree with both of y'all for the Ragnarok thing. That I might by the end when I see Ragnarok and this again, might still put Ragnarok over it. I just appreciated this one in comparison because I feel like it did more with less.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
I agree
Like
with that.
it was more of a honed in, smaller story, but they killed all the smaller. You know what I mean? Like that's
Killed
all.
it.
But Ragnarok, yeah, just had kind of bigger stakes to an extent. and like they got way more in depth with Hela. So like, yeah, almost completely two different genres, just had the same tone. So you're looking at it like the same way.
Yeah. I mean, like it was a little bit more personal because Hela was their sister. It went into family drama.
Exactly.
It went into, and actually, if you think about it, that was Thor's first time being disappointed by God, aka his own father.
You ain't never lied. Yep.
You feel me?
He was pissed
like,
about
whoa. You was a whole different man that I grew up idolizing.
Yep.
That's facts.
Wow. So so he kind of been on this journey, low key.
Yeah.
Kind of like Gore to an extent, just in a longer way. Yeah. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. I'm gonna ask you this: where do you put this in your Phase 4 rankings, though?
I've been seeing that going around. Also, I've been seeing a little bit of nonsense with that because people are kind of trying to shit on Phase 4 because of the shows.
I agree,
and I totally disagree. Like I think the shows
pretty good,
awesome and amazing.
Yep,
even down to like Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel was
Miss
Marvel might be at the top.
Oh, I did that with the air. Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay. That might be a little bit of a stretch. You got it. I mean, Loki is technically Phase 4, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything, I think it's anything after Endgame, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think Phase 4 started with Black Widow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is weird.
I would probably put it top 5 for sure, maybe top 3.
Right. Okay. It's a maybe for me, top 3.
You could argue top 3.
You could. I guess we should give ours at the end of this ep too, because I didn't think about that. But yes, I'm probably right where you at. Right where you at.
You gotta think like this. We've been so lost in this multiverse. This was a movie that had nothing to do with the multiverse,
which I loved,
and still held up to par.
I agree.
Not facts.
I agree.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, they really hit the marks they needed to, the necessities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trippy, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you about the post-credit scenes. How did you feel about them, Jones? Because I know, like, coming off of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, people had issues. I know I did with the post-credit scenes. This Jones kind of delivered a bit better.
Yeah.
So how do you feel?
And I watched that episode where y'all were speaking about the well, I watched all your episodes.
Thank you, bro.
But, appreciate it.
I didn't really like how much people. A lot of people were going crazy talking about they should just stop that post-credit scene.
Right. That's nuts. That's nonsense.
That's completely nonsense.
Right.
Now. The thing is, you have to think about, what was that, No Way Home. That first mid-credit scene, that was not a Marvel mid-credit scene. That was a Sam Raimi
Exactly.
Scene.
Exactly.
So you can't really chalk Marvel for that.
Right.
Now, this movie, I'm finally Hercules. Finally.
Right, that's what I've been saying. That's what I wanted. Finally. Yeah.
You can't really have Thor without
Hercules,
his biggest rival, you know? Like one of his biggest rivals. So I can't wait to see... Because right now I'm reading the Avengers like 1967. Hercules is literally in Tony Stark's mansion with the Avengers.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard. So, that's super hard.
He's a big character in Marvel.
I didn't know it was as much. I knew for Thor was. I didn't know for the entirety.
Yeah, he's been an Avenger.
Wow. I can't wait.
So I can't wait to see where they go with that. And then I almost jumped out my seat when I saw Heimdall again.
Me too, low key, yo.
They even gave him the good dreads this time.
Oh no, don't do that, Zen. He said they gave him the good dreads this time.
You're right.
But you're right though. They look nice.
Yeah. Somebody in Valhalla know how to twist.
Oh, don't do that.
That's fine.
It's probably Bob Marley and something. I don't know. Somebody up there doing. It was probably Loki.
Oh my god.
Another thing that I don't know if y'all noticed, but in Omnipotent City, sitting right in front of Valkyrie and Jane was Basset.
Yep.
The Wakandan guy.
Yeah. Hey Zen, are you mad that you didn't see that, like more of that, or no? I wanted to ask you that.
I'm not mad, but it would have been nice to see more with the guys, especially like her, because she's the Wakandan guy.
Right,
but I heard we're gonna get her in Wakanda Forever.
Okay, bet.
So,
say less.
I'm hoping we get a tie-in because in the comic book she's related to Moon Knight.
You lying?
Who's Khonshu?
Yeah.
Her and Khonshu
like
are
a god.
They're brother and sister.
You ain't never. What the?
Yeah, in the comic.
And I think Omnipotent City was like it opened up so much to the other MCU because
agreed.
There was even that huge like snake.
The dragon drone? Yeah.
It seemed like it was the snake from the Grand Protector.
From Shang-Chi, yeah.
Bro, I missed that.
The gold drone.
So it was so many different gods.
Wow. Yeah, true. Celestials too.
The Celestials, bro. And it really showed that, like, they really keep going into these afterlife planes.
Yeah.
Good point.
Like these different planes that
dimensions.
show you everything is really connected.
Yep.
No matter what it's Greek, Norse mythology.
You right.
I mean, they even said they had a carpenter god talking about Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't peep that reference.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hard. Do y'all feel like that? This is. I got one more question for you. You feel like that's going to come into play more, like especially with that after credit scene to an extent, the way that Zeus is like, yo, we got to bring back, like God's got to show superheroes.
Maybe,
What's
especially
you know?
with what they're potentially setting up at the end of the Thor movie.
Yeah, like what
maybe.
do y'all think that is? What do y'all think they are
Because they've
setting
been giving
up?
us gods. Moon Knight gave us gods. Then you got
Right,
Wakanda.
exactly
and then
my
you got-
point.
Now you got this.
Yeah, what
Maybe.
do y'all think? Do y'all know of something Marvel wise, like in the comics, that is like a god
I
versus
think it's
superhero
going to be a
thing?
battle of the gods.
Is that a thing? Is that like in the comics?
Not that I personally know of,
That's interesting.
but I mean, I don't know how. I don't really know how they're going to go with that.
Right, me
because
too.
You got the Eternals who found out like they weren't really gods; they're just kind of synthetic beings made by this celestial god. So it's going to be, I think, a huge battle between the cosmic versus the god.
You might have just sparked something for me. Y'all heard about the Judgment Day, John? The more recent one?
Not going to.
It's literally called Judgment Day. Y'all might gotta look it up. I could be wrong, but I think so. It's a new comic that's literally Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals.
Yeah, right.
They could go down that path. Because I don't obviously haven't read the comic, but the way they were promoting it, like certain catchphrases and stuff, it was based on like each of them have a different problem with each other. You know, like one was a god thing, like a dynamic, almost Civil War vibes. So I'm like, maybe they can MCU something like that,
especially with if they go in this direction, especially what they set up with Thor. Definitely bring the Eternals into it. Could be awesome to see because like. Who else would they link with right now?
Right.
Except, outside of cosmic people, you know what I mean?
And if you think about it, the Eternals already fought their gods and won.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Literally already defied them. And it's kind of like because again, I'm in a 67 year right now, where what I'm reading. But it's like so, Galactus came with Silver Surfer and Fantastic Four, and in his battle, Silver Surfer ends up fighting his own. You know, it wasn't his god, but that was his protector. That was his, his OG. And Silver Surfer ends up fighting and getting banished on Earth from Galactus because he wouldn't let Galactus consume Earth.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a constant. I'm at this power struggle with who I'm idolizing.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
Wow, we might have caught on to something, especially when you think about Doctor Strange and the. Remember, people got a theory that the X-Men from 816 might be mad.
Might be pulling up, yeah.
That can also just I'm poking holes and seeing, but this could all connect to something that we weren't thinking.
No, sure. All roads lead to Secret Wars.
Exactly.
And something like that.
Right. So. But man, we appreciate you. You really came Marvel ready.
Nah, facts, bro.
I appreciate you guys. I listen every week. Y'all drop. I'm proud of y'all. I can't wait till y'all get to episode 100 and further.
Come on, man.
Just keep going with this, man. Listen, 3K, y'all already know.
That's gang. Give it up for Lord Trippy one more time. And we got to get you back on here too, like officially on here too.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
We'll set it up soon.
Sure, you already know.
We'll hit you up and ask what Jones specifically you want to do. Yeah. But,
hey man, you already listen. I don't watch The Boys. I don't watch some of the Jones y'all be talking about.
You tripping for that, knowing how much of a fan though.
You would love The Boys, bro.
You don't understand how much you would love The Boys.
Did you try watching it and not like it, or you just haven't touched it?
I haven't even.
You don't even know, bro. Once you get there, you're gonna be stuck.
You would be disappointed.
But we not. I don't want to spoil too much of the next because we about to do The Boys episode right soon. Right after this. Yeah. But bro, we out here talking like 10 out of 10 type vibes.
It's like
at least this season.
At least this season was that good, bro.
Yeah, like that.
I'm gonna definitely watch, especially now that I can binge watch it straight through. But there you go. That's y'all perfect transition. We talking about The Boys next.
Come on, there we go. Right into that.
I'm out here, trippy basement. I love y'all.
Keep
going too, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, one more time. Yes.
What's fun?
Come on, man. This is a great pod. Great up. Come on, man.
It really was.
Yeah. So I don't even know what else to say.
That's it, man. Lord Love and Thunder was great. I'm happy. I'm excited to see where we go from here. For everybody.
Oh, also, we this is really maybe dumb and pointless now, but we didn't mention that what everyone's been talking about. I think it's very cool that Thor that Marvel's allow Chris Hemsworth and Christian Bale to put just their kids and their wives,
all of them,
and all of them.
Natalie
like
Portman's
the
kids
wife.
was in it.
You lying?
Taika
I didn't know Natalie
Waititi's
Portman's
kids was in it.
See, that is very cool.
Yeah.
Just to have all
a lot
the
of them
kids.
was kids during that
During
got
the scene.
kidnapped,
Yeah,
and then a
yeah.
lot of them were like sprinkled during
Exactly.
Asgard.
Chris Hemsworth's daughter is Love.
Yeah.
His son
Was like young him.
Was young him in the beginning, and their other daughter or other son. Is that other daughter? It's someone
or
else.
son. I don't know.
I think it's another daughter.
Okay.
And she's somewhere else. And his wife is in the wolf scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, Marvel keeps doing very cool things that like shows they're very, I don't know, like more human than you think. Like the people that run it. You know?
That was something that I peeped from that article I was saying about Christian Bale talking about stuff. That seemed like something that he was really happy about this film, because that's how I could tell he was being genuine in the article, because he was just really like, yo, like the fact that I got to get involved my family in it and like stuff like that. It just seemed like a really cool time for him to be able to do that. Like how often does he get to do that?
Good
you know
point.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so it just
that's
seems
really
like
cool.
he probably had fun shooting this film. No matter what anybody says about the film,
That's true.
like, yo, I had a good time.
Like I bet he would come back. I think just he's not the type of guy anymore. Like a Ben Affleck type of thing. They're just like, I don't want to do this all the time anymore.
Nah,
but I
facts.
bet he really enjoyed it because he seems like he actually loves the superhero genres to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Thor Love and Thunder.
Thor Love and Thunder.
That was a great joint.
That was the Thor Love and Thunder special of Listen 3000. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yes.
If you're listening to this on everything else, make sure you follow the podcast on all social media.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got a boys one coming soon, and we will definitely be doing these for, I guess, all the special moments for all the full shows and for all the movies. So what's our next movie, real quick?
Next movie
Yeah,
is
not show.
it?
What's the next movie?
Is it Black Panther?
It can't be. There's
Or is
either
it
gotta
Black
be.
Adam?
It might be Black Adam. Might switch to DC for a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think
be ready
that's-
for that eventually whenever that's coming.
Yeah.
And for Marvel,
It's a few though, actually, because I think it's Black Adam, Shazam, Black Panther at the end of the year.
yes, Black Panther's before Shazam though.
Yeah.
So
But it's like bow.
Right,
It's
bow,
like
bow,
all
bow.
those three coming out in the Jones. So.
yeah, they'll be fun too. So
Yeah.
yeah, listen to it.
All right, y'all. Peace out.